Hello, once again, it is the Doctor, Remy LeBeau, and I am here in my X lair to share with you yet another of my glorious statues. This one is a very unique piece, a piece that actually you will not be able to see anywhere else because it is not available anywhere else. It is the Bowen Designs Psylocke statue, converted into her X-Force uniform via a very talented painter. His name is Robert Guthrie. He did a great job on this statue. The original Bowen Psylocke statue was released in 2010, and there were 1,200 pieces of that one made. This is formerly 771, but now, of course, it is just one of one. So the statue itself is actually very cool, but I'm not going to go into the particulars of the original statue because I will eventually feature her in her own video. And give all the attention that is deserved of that original statue to that statue. In this case, though, I'm going to focus explicitly on this transformed beauty, this deadly transformed beauty. Um, so a few years ago, I had an archangel, a Bowen archangel statue, converted into an X-Force archangel statue. So I've actually posted already like a blog post on that one, uh, and after having done that, I thought, well, Psylocke and Archangel kind of have a thing going, and so I think it would be kind of cool to have them both sort of, be in a story together, be in a display together, and just kind of, they would complement each other really well. And then, at that point, I wasn't really thinking I'm going to do like an X Force display. I was thinking, no, I'm just going to, maybe just have these two together. Of course, it wound up becoming an X Force display because, I couldn't help myself. But initially, I was just looking to make the set. And so I made the set. I got this statue. I got it sent to Rob. He's in New York. I'm in the West Coast. And then he did his magic and he sent her back and she looked beautiful. And I've displayed her with, I displayed her initially with just Warren, X Force Archangel, and they look great together. Of course, now I have her with the Kotobukiya Deadpool X Force statue. I have a Wolverine statue that's a custom piece. That's an X Force Wolverine custom piece. I have the Kotobukiya Warpath statue, and I think that pretty much does it. And of course Archangel. So I have 5 statues in the set. I originally had X-23 as well, the Bowen Designs X-23 X4 statue, but actually I took her out because I'm not really feeling close to that character. Like I never made a connection with Laura Linney, I think her name is. I was not reading comics when she was introduced, so I don't really have a connection with her. And I just having her in my collection, I kind of felt like I got it just because it was there, rather than like really wanting it. So it's stored away right now. I might actually do a video of it before I sell it, but I will be selling that one. So currently, Psylocke is sort of like she's one of the 5 X-Force characters that I have in my X-Force display. And obviously it's a mixed display. It doesn't necessarily represent a particular era. It more represents sort of like some of the characters that have been in X-Force throughout X-Force Volume 3 and Uncanny X-Force. As we all know, Psylocke was not in the original X-Force run, X-Force Volume 3, post-Decimation, where, Wolverine forms his Black Ops team, and that included Warpath and Feral and X-23 and Archangel. But once that run ended, which I think was like issue 25 or something, then Psylocke came into the mix, and so did Deadpool. So I'm mixing the eras with my display, but I'm really, in the end, just kind of choosing the statues that I feel look the best. So really, I'm not a slave to the requirements of a particular era. Or I do kind of play with, what could go with, which statues could go with which statues, like outside of any sort of like established paradigm of what they should how they should be displayed together, if there even is such a thing, which I don't think there is. um, she works really great in the display, and I'm really happy to have her. As we all know, like or at least as some of you know, and as I know, um, you know, she went through a lot of crap. Like went in the X Force team, like the Uncanny X Force team. Like I had Rob actually paint a little blood on the sword just to kind of represent, you know, how deadly her role was, or was at the time that I got it done, but also just was, you know, throughout that entire run. It was like she killed a lot of people, and I know she felt horrible about it, and she's you know, she's gone through like a huge sort of like ethical crisis where she was like questioning, you know, who she was and like her ethics, and now she's at the point where she just doesn't really want to do the killing anymore. But she is part of the new Uncanny X Force team, Volume Two, Uncanny X Force Volume Two, with Storm and Spiral and Puck. I don't know. The lineup is interesting. Haven't that's that new the new Uncanny X Force hasn't really taken off yet. I think as far it's like laying groundwork for where it's going to go. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to get deadly. You know, if they're going to be killing the way the previous X Force teams were killing. So although she's a part of the team, she may not have to face the same sort of like moral dilemma that she faced earlier. But she went through some crap, and the word, I mean, the low point was having to kill Warren, having to kill Archangel. Spoiler alert, post spoiler, sorry. She had to kill Archangel in the Dark Archangel saga, and that really screwed her up. Fortunately, Phantomax, this very unique character created by Grant Morrison during his new X-Men run, which who's like this French assassin guy. Fortunately, he and her got together, you know, post the Dark Angel saga, and it kind of, you know, helped her get through it. But he also kind of screwed with her as well, so didn't help much. Now Phantomax, this character I was talking about, would make a great statue himself, and I think Randy actually mentioned that he loves the design of him. So I have a feeling in the next couple of years we might be seeing a Bowen Designs Phantomax statue, which would be really cool. And another really cool thing is that I'm pretty sure that Randy Bowen has said, or is on the verge of releasing this exact statue, like a variant of his Psylocke statue in her X-Force colors. I've seen things like I've seen sneak images of like warehouse images, representing kind of like things in his production warehouse, like at various stages that are kind of ambiguous and not necessarily clear cut as to what they are. It's just a way that Randy Bowen teases like the fans, and I'm pretty sure I've seen pieces of her in there as a forthcoming statue. So I'm pretty sure she's coming up very soon. So for those of you that don't have her and are watching this video and are like, I wish I had her, you're gonna get a chance to get her. So don't fall apart just yet. Patience is important. You must have patience, my sons and daughters, and then you will have this statue if you want it. As far as what was actually done here, it was very simple, super simple. All the purple elements on the original statue, which are just classic Betsy Braddock elements, were just painted black, and that's it. Actually, no, and then the sash was painted silver, and that's it. That's all that needed to be done. Oh, of course, there was the blood on the sword, which I already mentioned, which you can see there. Which actually Rob did a really great job. I asked him to do it, and he actually did research on like blood splatter, like images, and then he did it, and he did a great job. So kudos to him for that. And then there wasn't anything done with the actual skin, so the skin was left alone. And of course the hair was left alone. So it's a super simple conversion. Doesn't require much work, and really changes the overall effect of the statue, and obviously kind of puts her in a completely different sort of context as far as the era she represents. Whereas the original statue could easily just be part of the 90s or even early 2000s eras. This statue is particular to the post-decimation era of X-Men. Actually post Second Coming. That's actually when Uncanny X-Force started. It was after Second Coming, which was the story that brought hope and Cable back into the present after they'd been gone, where he was raising Hope in the future, while Bishop was trying to kill them. It was super complicated. I shouldn't go into the details, but that at the end of that big X-Men crossover, which was like 2 or 3 years ago, that's when Uncanny X-Force started, and that is where she got this look. And this look is fairly contemporary. Now her costume is like evolved. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more sort of. It covers her up more, which I know some of you hate, and just it's just a unique look for Psylocke, something we really haven't seen before. Her look hasn't evolved that much throughout the years, so it's interesting to finally see things like actually changing with her design. Even though I mean her look, I'll go into like Betsy Braddock more actually in the original statue, but as you all know, like she did go through a severe change when she went through the Siege Perilous. But that's as much as I'll say about that. Um, so yeah, this is a really great conversion. For those of you that are not familiar with conversions, uh, there's folks out there like Rob Guthrie, like other statue like customizers that do great jobs. Like Rob only does painting; he doesn't do sculpting. Then there's Vince Vale, who's actually his name is Rob John Fitchie. He does sculpting and painting, but you know you don't go to him just for paint really, or maybe you do. I don't know. Actually, I don't know about that, but he does a really great job of resculpting stuff and painting. And there's a few other people that do also some good work. And you've seen, I've posted. I have a blog post on my custom Banshee statue, which was done by John Fitchie. I have a post of my Archangel statue, which was done by Rob Guthrie. So, and now this one was also done by Rob. And I also have a Kotobukiya Warpath statue, X-Force Warpath statue that I had Rob convert into his regular X-Men colors, which are the red and the blue. And that actually came out really nice. I'm looking at it right now. Hey there, good looking statue. And I'll be featuring that one very soon as well. So I've actually had Rob do a few things for me. He does a great job. John Fitchie does a great job, and a few other people do a great job. I've posted a link to Rob's email on my blog post, so anyone that's interested in contacting the guy can. As you can see, you know he'll take on particular statues that you might be interested in converting, and he'll give you what you want from it. He'll give you the conversion you're looking for. One interesting thing is that I think nobody has actually converted a Kotobukiya Psylocke into her X-Force colors yet. The Kotobukiya Danger Room Sessions Psylocke, which actually had an atrocious like factory paint job, so it actually screams it yearns to be repainted. So why not repaint it in X-Force colors? I thought about doing that, and that would be really cool. But I already have an X-Force Psylocke, so I'm not going to do that. But other people should. Somebody should do that. I'm really curious to see how that one would come out. I'm sure it will come out really nice because I like that statue. Of course, again, I like this statue just a little bit more, because it's Bowen Designs, and Bowen Designs, you know, they do a good job. They do a good job, wouldn't you say, Betsy? I think Betsy agrees. All right, folks, that pretty much covers my little featurette of Miss Betsy Braddock in her X-Force colors, as created by Bowen Designs, repainted by Robert Guthrie. Thank you all for checking out my video and my blog, X-Men Statues of Future Past.blogspot.com. Thank you for checking out my YouTube channel, Dr. Remy LeBeau. Unofficially, it's known as Dr. Remy LeBeau's X-Lair. What's up, X-Lair? And as always, X in the box because ain't nobody checking me. I'll catch you all very soon, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.